Did you know that the price that you pay for your home and auto insurance premiums can be influenced by how you manage your cash flow operating system? I'm going to show you the secret so that you can pay less for your home and auto insurance. I've got that and more coming up. Each and every week, we get calls from customers of our home and auto insurance agency of folks reaching out with that bad news. They need to file a claim. Something happened, an event occurred, and they need to file a claim. And in each of those situations, oh gosh, it's emotional and it's challenging and we want to hold their hand and walk them through it. But in each of those, it's expected and there's like, yeah, I need the coverage. I expect my coverage, my insurance coverage to cover this. And, just had one recently where an individual woke up in the middle of the night and heard that awful sound of water just pouring out, right? And it's just, we've all heard that sound. And yeah, he shared the story. He's out his deductible. Everything else is going to be covered because of the type of coverage that he had. 3 different floors of his home are going to be under construction this holiday season. And he's going to be out the deductible, right? You need to make sure that your home and auto insurance covers your specific financial situation, your specific assets, your specific financial risks. You first need to make sure that you've got the right insurance coverage for your unique financial situation. After that, you then do need to make sure that you've got it at the right price, okay? Oftentimes, people reverse those orders and say, oh, I don't care what the coverage is, I need it at the lowest price. And gosh, no, that is a recipe for just some big financial mistakes. Well, at a time when home and auto insurance prices are on the rise and have been on the rise for several frustrating years, did you know that your cash flow operating system, how you manage your finances on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis, actually influences what you pay for your home and auto insurance premiums? Most people don't realize this. In fact, they see, no, those are 2 completely different things. And yeah, those are 2 different areas of your financial life. All of us have 6 areas to our financial life, but the big idea is that those different areas, those 6 areas, are more interconnected than what you can imagine. And yes, how you manage your cash flow operating system plays a direct role, absolutely influences what you pay for your home and auto insurance premiums. In fact, having the right cash flow operating system can lower your premium. Now, before I tell you how, let me explain our cash flow operating system. We call it the 3 bank account system, and this goes beyond budgeting. Most people budget incorrectly because they just budget based on the month to month. And this can be very frustrating because not all of your expenses, not all of my expenses happen every single month. And so, especially when you look at home and auto insurance premiums and what we're covering, that's a prime example that not all of the important expenses in your life are monthly expenses. Some of them happen every year, every 6 months, maybe every couple of years, and you need to have a system to prepare for those. So the 3 bank account cash flow operating system, bank account number 1 is your immediate spending. This is a checking account, okay, where you have mapped out, yes, in a budget, we're going to use the B word for this bank account only, in a budget where you can see, yep, this is how much money, this is how much income is typically coming in on a monthly basis. This is after taxes, net income, what hits the checking account. And then here are all the known monthly expenses. So you've got your mortgage or your rent, your car loan, you've got Netflix, you've got student loans if you have them or other loans, you've got groceries, you've got going out to eat, you've got shopping, you list all those fixed expenses there. They're going to come up every single month, you know the exact amount. But then you also list all the variable monthly expenses. They're going to happen every single month, but you have some control over how much you go out to eat or what you buy at the grocery store, even where you shop at the grocery store. And you want to lay all that out so that on a monthly basis, you have visibility. This is how much is coming in. This is where it's going, and that you've got margin, right? That you're living within your means on a monthly basis. That's your immediate spending. That's bank account number 1. Bank account number 2, and this is so crucial, guys. This is probably the biggest thing that we have seen change the most financial lives, and it can help you reduce your home and auto insurance premiums. Bank account number 2 is delayed spending. If bank account number 1 is immediate spending every single month, bank account number 2, delayed spending. This is where you're taking a look at all of your known non-monthly expenses. Known non-monthly expenses. I'm sharing those words, saying those words very, very specifically because these are things that you can anticipate, but they don't happen every single month. Like your home and auto insurance premiums. If you're not paying monthly, if you're paying once a year or every 6 months, when that bill comes, are you prepared? Life insurance is another one. What about Christmas or holidays or vacations or car repairs? What about deductibles? Having money set aside for a deductible because we know we're going to hit that. What about going to the doctor's office or whatever? Your copays. Yeah, I don't know when we're going to get the flu. I don't know when someone's going to get strep, but someone's going to get strep. Someone's going to break their arm, something like that. And I want to make sure that that's not a financial emergency. So you list out, we've got a list of 19 different categories of common, known, non-monthly expenses. They don't come up every single month. Maybe they happen once a year, maybe twice a year. Sometimes they might happen every few years. Tires on a vehicle or car repair, something like that, car replacement. List out all of those categories that apply to you. Put an annual amount that you expect to spend or you want to save up on an annualized basis for each of those categories. Add it all up, divide it by 12, and then make sure that divided by 12, that 1/12 number fits within your monthly budget. If it does, great. You set up an automatic transfer. As soon as, income is hitting bank account number 1, that checking account, you transfer automatically that 1/12 number into the savings account, your delayed spending account. So money starts piling up. When those non-monthly expenses come up, you've got the cash right there to cover them, transfer the money back, cover the expense, no issue. And then the third bank account, you can probably anticipate this one. This is typically a money market account or savings account. This is your emergency fund, If you have visibility on all the immediate spending, the known monthly expenses, if you have visibility on all of the known non-monthly expenses, then what's left? The unknown. The things that you couldn't have anticipated and the things that could really catch you by surprise and throw you financially out of equilibrium. This emergency fund, we like the rule of thumb of saving up 3 to 6 months of your lifestyle. That can take a long time, can be a frustrating process as well. Start with maybe $1,000, throw pennies from heaven in there, a tax refund or a surprise bonus, something like that in there to try and build that account up. And that way, if you do have an emergency that you weren't able to anticipate, you've got resources there and it doesn't set you back financially. So there's a crash course on our recommended cash flow operating system, the 3 bank account system. So let me tie it together. How does the right cash flow operating system save you money on your home and auto insurance premium? Well, several ways. One, getting the paid in full discount. Most insurance policies, home insurance, if you're not escrow, and certainly auto insurance, you get a paid in full discount. You get a discount if you just pay one time for that entire policy year, okay? I want you to get as many discounts as possible. That lowers your premiums. Well, if financially you don't have a great cash flow operating system, you might need to say, no, I need that bill every single month. Otherwise, I might forget, or otherwise when the bill shows up, I'm not going to have the money to pay it, and then I won't be able to pay it, and I'll have to pay more for my insurance. No. I want you to pay less. I want you to get the paid in full discount. You treat your auto insurance, for example, as one of these known non-monthly expenses. What's the annual bill? Divided by 12. Automatically save that amount. So when you get that bill once a year, you've got that money right there and you pay it, you get that discounted rate. Second, what about being able to afford a higher deductible, right? There is a direct correlation in what is your deductible and how much are you paying in your premium. Now, if you know you're going to have a claim, you want the lowest deductible possible. But you don't know. We don't know. We don't know when a claim's going to happen. I don't know when we're going to wake up in the middle of the night and hear that water rushing uncontrollably. Oh my goodness, where's that coming from? How big's the damage? How long has that been happening, right? We don't know. And so having a deductible that fits with your financial life, if you've got an emergency fund and you've got a strong cash flow operating system, you're likely in a position where you can afford a higher deductible, and that will lower what you pay for your premiums because your insurance won't be that first dollar solution. You'll absorb more of the short-term or small out-of-pocket expenses by having a higher deductible, and therefore you'll pay a lower amount for your premium, and the insurance will be there for the big, big risks that you need the coverage for. A third way that the right cash flow operating system can help lower your insurance premiums. This 3 bank account system is a credit card prevention and credit card avoiding strategy. It is. If you've got awareness on your monthly expenses, your non-monthly expenses, and a plan for emergency expenses, you're really only swiping the plastic for something that you already have in your budget. So it's very unlikely that you're going to get into credit card trouble. Your credit score should improve. Your credit score is one of the components of your insurance score. Your insurance score dictates and influences how much you pay for your premium. And then lastly, this cash flow operating system will help you have a more stable present financial position. You'll have less debt and less loans. Likely, you'll be able to pay that car off quicker, maybe even buy the next car in cash, pay your mortgage off early. All of those can happen when you have the right cash flow operating system. And guess what? Not having a loan on your policy can actually lower your premium, especially on your house. Not having a mortgage listed on your insurance can actually save you on your homeowner's policies. So those are just a few of the many reasons how having the right cash flow operating system can actually help save you money on your home and auto insurance premiums. Are you ready to take your next step? Do you have a cash flow operating system in place? Work with your certified financial planner, getting that budget set up, building out, looking at all 18 or 19 of those categories of non-monthly expenses, seeing which ones apply to you. Do the math. What's the annual amount you think you'll need in each of those categories divided by 12? Ensure that it fits within your monthly budget. And then, I didn't mention this, and then ideally between buckets number 1 and bucket number 2, immediate and delayed spending, that accounts for only 85% of your take-home pay. You've got 15% then for goal achievement. That could be building up that emergency fund or doing other things to strengthen your financial life. So work with your certified financial planner, take your next step, make sure that your CFP is collaborating with your home and auto insurance, your independent home and auto insurance agent, to ensure that you've got the right coverage and that you're doing everything necessary to get that at the lowest possible rate. Work with your CFP on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us here as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.